How do you set up your launch to become the product of the day? And what role does having a story play in your launch plan? We've got the answers from a seasoned marketer. Plus, find out how different really is good in this exclusive interview. I wanted to just get a quick, I had a look at your launch, at your list of items that you've launched. And I was like, wow, he's done a lot. He's done a lot in video. So now we see that you're doing something, a web creator or a website design creator. So what's the difference? Why the change? Or is it a strategy change?
Really, no, not a strategy change. I mean, I think we've all seen enough of the same video products. So, I mean, I want to do something different. And, I noticed a lot of people on my customer list, their website looked like it needed to be revamped, I guess you could say, to say it nicely. And I was actually approached by Tony, who's a coaching student of mine, who created Rocket Builder, showed it to me, and I was just really impressed and instantly knew that people would love it, so had to get it out there.
So you saw a need, and you said, we'll fill the need.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Has that been kind of your strategy since you've been in the internet marketing space? Is look for a need, fill the need, or what's a strategy that you use?
Oh yeah, that's how I got started. Basically just filling needs and solving problems. I mean, I started in offline marketing in like 2009, and I was selling websites to local businesses, and that's how I came across creating products. I was in the Warrior Forum hanging out, and saw the people selling products on how to get clients and things like that. And I was like, well, I know how to do this better than these guys. So I started making products, and basically I saw people were struggling with getting clients, so I would teach them how I was getting clients. I saw they were struggling with doing videos. I taught them how I was doing videos, and that's basically how the strategy I've used over the years.
So you've done a lot in video. You're now kind of moving away from video. How do you see video going, or is it just kind of taking a break?
Well, I don't think I'm moving away from it. I mean, I have a couple really cool video products in the works. I just think that if you're going to launch something video related, it's definitely got to be something like really good. Like, it can't just be another video player that puts buttons in your video. It's got to be something really game changing and something that pretty much everyone could use.
You've done a lot of launches, so you know a lot about, I would assume you know a lot about launch management and how you handle your JVs, how you handle management of the launch. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do in managing a launch?
Yeah, it's my process has kind of evolved a lot over the years. I started out just doing everything by myself, customer support, everything. But naturally, as the business grows, it's just too much. You can't handle it by yourself. So eventually, I hired a support person to handle support tickets, and then I would take care of everything else, the copy, videos, everything. I mean, everything. And then eventually, I just started outsourcing what I could. I would start outsourcing the video creation. I would start outsourcing graphics and things like that. And I would just focus on the really important stuff. I would say the most important part of the launch is obviously the copy, well, the product first, the copy, your design, and your JVs. So I try to focus on those key areas.
What about conversion? Talk to me about conversion.
My favorite way to sell is just tell a story through video. Like on this launch, I actually brought my mom in and had her build a site. People like to see that stuff instead of just the same old, video sales letter with, here's my product, here's what it does, buy it. So I try to always weave a story into it somehow. Whatever it is I'm doing, I think, all right, what's the story behind this product? Why is it, why am I showing it to the customer here today, and why should they care? And I found that strategy has worked well for me.
So we saw your story with your mom, loved it, because she's so real. You're just having a conversation between mom and son.
Yeah.
So tell us about Rocket Builder. What's new about Rocket Builder? We know that your mom can use it. What sets it apart from, what makes it special from all the other website creation tools that are out there?
Well, there's a lot of great website building tools out there, page builders, site builders. There's obviously no lack of that. You can go online right now and probably find a dozen of them. And they're all great products. I use a lot of them myself, but one of the things that I kind of didn't like about some of them were that they were cloud-based. So, I had to pay monthly to continue using them. They have to limit your traffic because they have server costs every month that they have to pay for, because you're basically renting their software. If you stop paying, then they have to shut you off, and you lose all your sites and your pages. So I realized that my customers, a lot of them were just starting out, and they weren't able to pay 97 or $297 a month for an online site builder. So basically went back to the basics, and that's WordPress. Everyone knows and loves WordPress. It's free. You can buy a premium theme like Rocket Builder, and you pay for it once and you can use it forever. So that's basically the whole reasoning behind it, wanting to get it out into the marketplace, is to solve that need. People needing to create gorgeous websites without needing to pay monthly for a site builder or a page builder.
Love it. Love it. You're so close to launch now. You're literally a couple of hours away.
Yeah.
So tell us about kind of what's happening right before launch, what you're doing, how you're strategizing, what your game plan is.
Well, right now we're just working out all the kinks, keeping up with JVs. Thankfully, I've made it a point through the past month or so, to really be in good contact with JVs and make sure they have everything well in advance, because otherwise, like, the last 24 hours of your life is going to be a nightmare if you don't. And JVs, I mean, a lot of them even myself, are known for coming in the last few hours and saying, hey, I'm preparing my promotion, can you get me some bonuses, or can you do me a JV page? So I just try to get all that stuff out of the way in advance. So now we're just going through test purchases, making sure all the funnel pages look good, and pretty much that's it. Just ironing out that stuff.
Something I've always wondered that I haven't found the right person to ask, but I think you're the right person to ask, is when it comes to JVs, do you have a strategy where you let certain JVs in at the front, and then when you see kind of the conversion and you can see, what percentage you're at, then you let more JVs in that you didn't want to put in at the first? Is that happening at all in this market?
Yeah, I've always done that. Even back to like the Warrior Plus days before JVZoo was really a thing. That's something that I kind of learned from other more experienced people. They would want to get Warrior Plus special offer of the day, or WSO of the day, whatever it was called. And I learned that you get all these affiliates that want to promote, but probably like less than 5% will actually be the ones that will send like 90% of your traffic and sales. So I try to only approve the ones that I know that are going to bring a lot of high quality traffic, because that's going to help my conversions and it's going to look good on the stats. Otherwise, I'm going to if I don't want to get a bunch of junk traffic that doesn't convert and make it look like my sales page is not converting. So I usually wait like 48 hours or so before, or I'd say 2 to 3 days, when sales start to decline a little bit, then I'll start letting more people in.
Makes sense. Any tips for somebody who's looking to launch a product? Any tips from somebody who's been launching a lot of products that you would give?
Well, it's very competitive right now, so you definitely have to do something and stand out. I mean, I think what you're doing here is standing out. I don't this is definitely different. I've noticed these videos in my newsfeed over the past couple weeks. So that's definitely different, and it stands out. So if someone could do something different like that, different than what everyone else is doing, it's going to help you get noticed, especially if no one knows who you are. And then approach it from a person who just wants to add value, instead of saying, hey, I just created this product, can you promote it? Otherwise, you're just going to get ignored. There's just big affiliates just get hit up every day by so many different people, they can't promote everybody. So they pick and choose who they promote, and it's usually those people who they're friends with and they know that they know. So it's kind of unfair, but that's the way that it is.
That's the way it is in life. That's the way it is in business. That's the way it is in internet marketing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
awesome. So different is good.
Yeah, definitely, and approach it from a point of, you want to add value to the marketplace somehow. Like, I really like what Mike from Maine has done over the years. Like, he just started out and built up his website, pretty much from interviewing people, and I think that's what he's done is like really a genius move. I mean, he just started interviewing people, and naturally they wanted to repay him by promoting his products when he started creating them. So.
Kind of this, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine effect, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, great. All right. Well, Peter, we know that you have a lot to do. We certainly appreciate your time and talking to us and kind of helping our audience, with somebody who's seasoned in launching.
Well, I've done a couple interviews about Rocket Builder, and people are asking what would I say is the last piece of advice, I guess you could say.
Yep.
So, as everyone watching this is going to be a marketer or an online business owner of some kind. So, really, as a marketer, you kind of have to know how to build websites, or at least be able to build websites that look good. I mean, if you don't, I mean, it's kind of like a race car driver or a taxi driver that doesn't know how to drive. So, I mean, Rocket Builder makes it easy. One of those tools that you have to have for cranking out websites.
Straight from Peter, Rocket Builder makes it easy for anyone and launches today. Check out more exclusive interviews at the one and only IMMarketNews.com, and be sure to like us on Facebook. For your IM Market News, I'm Kimberly DeVries.